The Stockspot Topaz Income portfolio is a high growth portfolio for people investing for the long run that aims to generate a higher percentage of its overall return from income rather than capital growth. Hi, I'm Chris Breike, and in this video, I'm thrilled to launch the Stockspot Topaz Income portfolio. And I'm going to be sharing in this video answers to 4 key questions. So the first one is, what is the Stockspot Topaz Income portfolio and why do we launch it? The second question is, why invest in this portfolio? The third is, how is it different to the regular Stockspot Topaz portfolio? And finally, why is it important to balance income and growth in a portfolio? So to answer the first question, the Stockspot Topaz Income portfolio is a high growth portfolio for people investing for the long run that aims to generate a higher percentage of its overall return from income rather than capital growth. And that includes franking credits for those investments that are in Australian shares. So we've designed it in a way to really diversify across different types of investments, different sectors, different countries, different currencies, and different assets, because diversification when you're going for income is really important in order to achieve attractive long-term risk-adjusted returns. And this portfolio, like our regular portfolios, holds a mix of ETFs, but these ETFs focus on generating higher income. So it makes an excellent choice for a core holding because although it does focus a little bit more on income, it's still very well diversified and gives great long-term growth options as well. So why invest in the Stockspot Topaz Income portfolio? So if you're someone that wants more income from your return rather than capital return, this might be the portfolio for you because it's designed in a way to generate a bigger proportion of return from income rather than capital returns. Now it does come at a cost, and that cost is that you're likely to earn less return from the capital side of things because that's the give up when you try and prioritize return from income in a portfolio. But we've done it in a way that tries to still allow you to participate in some capital growth over time as well. So there's a balance between income and capital growth, but it is skewed a little bit more towards income compared to our regular portfolio. And this is for people that have shorter term income needs. So particularly people in the retirement phase of their life that need to draw down for their portfolio. We're hearing from a lot of clients that income is important. And so we've tried to shift this portfolio a little bit more in the direction of income, but in a relatively safe and diversified way because there are also risks of taking too much income risk in a portfolio. So how is this portfolio different to the Topaz core portfolio? Well, there are a few differences, but the biggest ones come from the sector and asset breakdowns within this portfolio. So the Stockspot Topaz Income portfolio has a higher allocation to sectors such as real estate, energy, and basic materials, which are known, particularly in the current environment, for higher income generation. On the flip side, it has lower exposure to sectors like technology and healthcare, which are typically associated more with capital growth rather than income. So you tend to have a bigger allocation to some sectors rather than others, but still the risk is relatively well spread across different areas of the economy. So the final question is, why is it important to balance income with also capital growth within a portfolio? And there's a few reasons for it. So if you only focus on income within a portfolio, you tend to take a bit too much risk in a couple of key areas. The first one is concentration risk. You end up concentrating your portfolio in a few sectors and a few asset classes, which means that you're highly exposed to those. And so it's important to diversify and also have some exposure to other sectors that might not have as much income, just to reduce the risk in your portfolio. The second risk that tends to come about when you prioritize income in a portfolio is that your portfolio becomes more sensitive to interest rates and inflation, because typically assets that generate high income have an inverse relationship with interest rates. So as interest rates rise, which often happens as a result of higher inflation, assets that produce higher incomes tend to be valued less because you can earn higher income from just risk-free money in a bank account or in government bonds. And so other riskier income assets become less popular. And it's important to recognize this when building a income-focused portfolio and also have assets that participate positively in an environment of rising interest rates and rising inflation. And this is one of the balances we've had to make with the Stockspot Topaz Income portfolio, ensuring that it not only participates in income generation in a environment of lowering interest rates, but also in a environment of rising interest rates and rising inflation. So in summary, if you choose the Stockspot Topaz Income portfolio, you're someone that wants to prioritize a little bit more income in your portfolio rather than capital gains, but still appreciate the importance of diversifying across different sectors, different countries, different currencies, and different asset classes in order to achieve sensible risk in a long-term portfolio. And if you're ready to explore this portfolio, I would suggest that you could go to our website or call one of our advisors to work out if it's the right portfolio for you.